I know when you see the title of this, it's going to say dirty old bikers. And the reason why, because I get tired of people thinking that's all we are, is a bunch of dirty old bikers. So this came across my mind. We had a benefit tonight to help a brother out. And we do a lot of these. A lot of clubs do this. Organizations do these where they help people out. And that's basically what I did. A little rant about, people really don't understand what we're about. And so this is a little bit of this. I am going to do some series here in the future talking about the respect and how to get to learn these clubs and how to get into that stuff. So I hope this doesn't offend anybody. There's stuff you want to know or things you're curious about in the motorcycle organizations. Hey, if we can, we'll cover it. But we're not going to talk about one in particular group or one kind of organization, from, the different spectrums. Just not going to do it. We're just going to talk about the general rules that should apply across every place is different, but should apply across all the boards. It's just a process to try to change people's ideas of motorcycle organizations a little bit because you don't really know. So that's what we're talking about. If you want to know more, put it in the comments. If you find value in my stuff, like and subscribe so I can see where I'm going with it and if I'm heading in the right direction. Appreciate you. Hey, my name's Jim, and welcome to my page, Fat Kid Out. And today I'd like to talk about dirty old bikers. You know how many times I've had to hear people talk about or prejudge what bikers are, what they think we are. But, well, let me tell you something about dirty old bikers. Tonight I watched a bunch of people get together. We have had a brother in our organization who has had some health issues who have helped just all kinds of people in his life. He's a great man. But I watched our organization come together, put this thing together in a matter of weeks to try to raise some money to help his family out their time of need. And the dirty old biker community came out and helped out. This same old dirty old biker group is a group who every year for Christmas put together this toy run, children's hospital, that provides toys for kids and game stations, so while they're in the hospital they have things to do, and provides toys and stuff that the kids can take home with them if they don't have toys to play with. That's what dirty old bikers do. Where you let, say, a kid have a lemonade stand and see if bikers don't come there and buy them out before it's over with. Or you have some special need kid. I don't know how many times I've seen a special needs kid or somebody, all he likes is motorcycles and fast cars. We get together by the hundreds and just drive by just to see this kid smile. I think that's all he wants, That's just a bunch of dirty old bikers. Or when my mother passed away, I seen 7 separate organizations come to my mother's funeral, not counting individual riders and stuff. Came in to the hospital or came into the funeral home to see my mother, pay respects to my mother, and pay respects to me and to my old man who never knew any of these people. But because my mother had passed, these people came to show respect, hugged his neck down, told him if he needed anything in the world, they were there. People who never met any of them. That's what dirty old bikers do. Or somebody's in need, you let your mother, something happen to her, see if a bunch of dirty old bikers don't come to help you. You let your, say your kid needs a new bicycle and see if that doesn't happen. People judge bikers all the time without knowing the first thing about any of us, right? But they don't see the great things that we do. Now, understandably, different organizations from all sides, and I'll just call them organizations from one end to the other of the spectrum, okay? Do handle things differently and do things differently than the average person does, right? They're not a bunch of keyboard warriors, and if you're disrespectful or something, they may correct that. They may have something to say about it. And I'm going to do a series on things that keep you from having major problems or issues if you do something really silly. So that will be coming up. I've talked to some other guys who are going to help me with that, and we're going to try to get some general information to just show you a little bit of what motorcycle organizations are about. And I know there's people out here who are interested in them, but don't really know that much about them, or don't even really know if they're interested in them or not. They think they may be. So I'm going to do a little series on that. But I get told all the time what dirty bikers are, but we do stuff not so we can be seen. Okay, I mean, it's nice to be noticed for what we do, but we don't do it for that. We do it so it's just who we are, what we like to do. I've heard these stories. People's like, a lady I was talking to, it's a female rider, and she took care of some people. I don't want to get too much into their thing, but she took care of some people, and these people were very higher society in there, and it's like, well, why in the world would you want to do that? Why would you want to be involved in that? Oh, you better watch yourself around those guys. And she told me the story the other day about how she completely changed their thoughts, their understanding of what they thought they knew about bikers. And before it was said and done, these people had changed their mind because they had seen what we really do out there. So keep that in mind when you're judging motorcycle people. Now, there's dirt bags and everything, but there's dirt bags that go, in any walk of life that you do. We're just trying to have a good time and have fun. It's not always, it's not a TV show. So stop watching a TV show and thinking that's how our life is. You want to know how bikers are, or what we think about, then why don't you go talk to one? When we have a charitable event, why don't you come support it? When we do the toy run, why don't you come watch it? Bring your kids out and show them that, hey, these guys and ladies are taking the time out of their day, their hard-earned money, to give it freely to other people. Okay? We don't want to know. We're wearing helmets half the time. You don't know who we are. We're there doing it because that's who we are. There's good and bad in everything we do, but sometimes people judge people and think that they're bad, and they're not. I don't know how many times we've been places where you can't go because, they don't want motorcycle organizations, and I cover them all with that, right? I mean, from the riding groups to MCs to 1%, people don't want that there, and I get that, right? I get you. It's your business. You can do what you want. It's America. You can do what you want. But what I'm saying is that, why don't you understand us a little bit, right? Understand what we do and what we're about. So it just was on my heart when I was riding back home after helping this brother out, and just thinking, man, what great things clubs do. So anyway, this is a little different than normal. This is not the camera setup I used. It was just spare of the moment. I wanted to tell this. I wanted to say this. It may offend some people. I hope it doesn't. I'm just saying, get to know before you judge a little bit. And I will be covering some series, like I said, coming up here in the future about how clubs, organizations, the different ones, some processes to find out. So if you want to know more about clubs, how you can find out some information about us dirty old bikers, okay? And how to respectfully talk to these people and learn more information and just get a general idea of what it's about and why we do what we do. I love it. I think it's the greatest thing that ever was. But like I said, there's different organizations that do different things. So hopefully more of that to follow here in the near future. And when in doubt, throttle out. Fat Kid.